Welcome back, students. In the previous session we discussed about what do you mean by recursion. Now in this session we are going to discuss about how we are going to implement the recursion, right? Here in this session, how we are going to perform the recursion. For example, 4 factorial. 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4, 12, 24. Right? This is the value of 4 factorial. Whenever we are going to here to find the value of 4 factorial, here we are going to use this program. By using this program we are going to find out the value of 4 factorial. See here first hash include iostream.h. This is the header file. Just we are going to include hash include iostream.h in our header file in our program. Then int main. Here I am going to define two variables. One is the fact, one is the value. Right? Here one is the fact, one is the value. Here in this case, here cout enter any number. Enter any number means just I am going to enter the number is 4. So value equals to 4. I am entering the value 4. Right? Next, fact. What is the next executable statement? This is the next executable statement. Fact equals to factorial of 4. Fact equals to factorial of 4. Whenever the compiler is going to read this line of code, directly it is going to invoke this function. Whenever we are going to read this one, fact equals to, whenever the compiler is read this statement, fact equals to factorial of value. Value is 4. Factorial 4 means whenever compiler is going to read factorial 4, directly control is going to transfer to that particular function. Now this factorial function is a calling function. Already you know what do you mean by calling function. What do you mean by called function? What do you mean by actual parameters? What do you mean by formal parameters? Here factorial value, factorial function. This function is known as the calling function. Calling function means the function which is calling another function is known as the calling function. A function which is calling another function is known as the calling function. Generally calling function is present in main function. Generally here a function which is calling another function is known as the calling function. Here whenever the compiler read this statement, directly control is transferred to the another function. See here int factorial. Here int factorial means here we are calling this function, here this one int factorial. Int factorial, we are passing which value? 4 value. So here 4. Here what is it? Here n equals to 4. We are transferring the value 4 to n. Now here this value is known as the actual parameter. This n value is known as the formal parameter. The parameters which are present in the calling function is known as the actual parameters. The parameters which are present in the called function are known as the formal parameters. In general, we are going to perform all the operations on formal parameters. Now, calling function means the function which is calling another function is known as the calling function. Called function means the function which is called by another function is known as the called function. Actual parameters means the parameters which are present in the calling function are known as the actual parameters. Formal parameters means the parameters which are present in the called function are known as the formal parameters. Generally, we are going to perform the operations on formal parameters. Now, here how this program is going to be executed. Now, we are transferring the value to n. Value is the actual parameter, n is the formal parameter. Now we are transferring the value to the n value. Here n equals to 4. Now here opening the braces, if n less than 4, what is the value of n? N is 4. 4 less than 0. Condition is true or false? Condition is false. Go to the next statement. If n equals to 0, 4 double equals to 0. Condition is true or false? Condition is false. Go to the next statement. Else return n, what is the value of n? N is 4. 4 into factorial, what is n minus 1? 4 minus 1. So this is 3, right? Factorial of 3. Factorial of 3 means here whenever the compiler reads factorial 3, again it is going to call the same function, factorial function. Right? This is known as the recursion. We are calling the same function again and again. So this is the concept of recursion. So here we are calling the same function again. Now, what is the value of n here? N equals to 3. Right? 3 less than 0. Condition is true, condition is false. Right? 3 double equals to 0. Condition is true, condition is false. Go to the else statement. Return n. What is n? N is 3. 3 into factorial 3 minus 1. What is 3 minus 1? 2. Again we are calling the factorial function. Here we are performing the recursion operation, right? Again it is going to call here. Now what is the value of n? N equals to 2. Right? Now return again n less than 0, 2 less than 0. Condition is true, condition is false. 2 double equals to 0. Condition is true, condition is false. Go to the else part. Return 2n. What is the value of n? 2. 2 into factorial 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Again we are calling the function factorial 1. Right? Here. Now what is the value of n here? N equals to 1. 1 less than 0. Condition is true, condition is false. Next, 1 double equals to 0. Condition is true, condition is false. Next, go to the else part. Return n. What is the value of n here? 1. 1 star factorial n minus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. So, here. Now, what is the value of n? N equals to 0. Now, we are calling the same function. 0 less than 0. Condition is true, condition is false. Next, 0 double equals to 0. Condition is true, yes, condition is true. If the 0 double equals to 0, if this condition is true, we are going to return one value. So, return 1. Return 1. Now, see here. Now, for this one, which is the calling function, factorial 1 minus 0. Factorial 0 is the calling function for this return. So, I am going to return one value to this here. Right? Now, what is the value here? Return into 1 into 1. So, return 1 into 1. This return statement, for this return statement, which one is the calling function? This is the calling function. Right? Now, what is the value of this function? 2 into, already 2 is there, 2 into factorial of 1. Factorial of 1 is 1. Right? 2 into 1. Now, this return statement, here, for this return statement, this is the calling function, right? So, 3 into, what is the value of this statement? Factorial of 2, 2 into 1. Right? 3 into 2 into 1. Now, for this one, which one is the statement? So, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Right? For this one, return. Which one is the, sir, previous slide. Return 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. See here. For this one, return 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Here, this value, fact equals to 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 24. Now, what is the value of fact here? 24. Now, we are going to print the value. See out, factorial of a given number is fact, that is 24. Fact, that is 24. This here return 0. Why we are writing return 0 here? Return type of main is integer. That's why we are going to write the return 0. What is the answer of 4 factorial? Answer of 4 factorial is 24. Right? See here. Next, here, so go to the previous slide once. See here, enter any number 5. 5 is factorial of a 5 is 120, right? Here factorial of 4 is 24. 24 into 5, 120. That's it. Next, Parameter passing techniques. In C, we are having two parameter passing techniques are there. One is the call by value, second one is the call by reference. Here in C++, we are having three parameter passing techniques are there. First one is the call by value, second one is the call by address, third one is the call by reference, right? Here in call by value means we are calling any function by its value. We are calling the function by its value, whereas in case of call by address, we are calling the function by using the address of that particular variable. We are calling the function by using this address. Next one is the call by reference. Call by reference means we are calling the function by its reference. We are calling the function by its reference. Now, call by value. In call by value, here we are passing the parameters, we are passing the values of the parameter, right? In actual here, for example, swap, if I am going to use swap here, I am going to, here these are the actual parameters. For the actual parameters, we are passing the values of the particular variables. We are passing the values of that particular variables to the calling function, right? Here in this case, whenever we are going to perform the operations on the formal parameters, that particular operation is not going to affect the actual parameters. If I am going to change the values of the formal parameters, that particular values are not going to change in the actual parameters. Already I explained what is actual parameter, what is formal parameters, what is calling function and what is called function. Now here, now I am going to perform this one call by value function with an example. I am going to explain. Here, swapping of two numbers. Swapping of two numbers means, for example, A equals to 100, B equals to 200. Here, what is the value of A here? A is 100. What is the value of B? B is 200. Now, swapping means just we are going to interchange the value of A with B, value of B with A. Here, I am going to use one temporary variable. Here this is the temp equals to A equals to B, B equals to temp, right? Now here, now I am going to interchanging the value of A with B, B with A. Here temp, before swapping, what is the value of A? A is 100. Before swapping, what is the value of B? B is 200. Now temp equals to A. What is the value of A? A is 100. I am assigning 100 value to temp. A equals to B. What is the value of B? B is 200. B equals to temp. What is the value of temp here? 10. 100, sorry. So see here, after swapping, what is the value of A? A is 200, B is 100. So this is the code which is going to use to swap two numbers. We have to use one temporary variables. Just we have to assign A value to temp, B value to A, then B value to temp. See here, swapping, void swap int x, int y, int temp, temp equals to x, x equals to y, y equals to temp. Now I am going to execute this program. Here, hash include iostream.h using namespace std, void swap int comma int y. Here I am using void swap int comma int y because here we are passing two parameters a comma b. That's the reason I am going to use a int comma int. See here, whenever I am going to execute this program, here which int main is the first line which is going to be executed first. So here int a, here local variable declaration. Local variables means here the variables which are present within that particular function is known as the local variables. So a comma b are local to main function. A comma b are local to main function. So int a equals to 100, b equals to 200. Right? Now see out before swap value of A. What is the value of A? 100. Before swap, what is the value of B? 200. Right? Here I am writing here. Before swap, right? Value of A is 100. Right? Before swap, value of B is 200, right? Value of B is 200. Now calling the function to swap the values. Here I am calling the function swap a comma b. Swap, what is the value of a? 100. What is the value of b? 200. Now this is a, this is b. Here now I am calling the function. Now I am calling the function swap here. Right, I am calling the function swap. Here swap is the calling function, a comma b are actual arguments. The function which is going to be called by another function is known as the calling function. The parameters which are present in the calling function are known as the actual parameters. So here a comma b are actual parameters, swap is the calling function. So previous slide. Here, whenever I am going to call swap a comma b, directly control is going to swap here. Control is going to transfer to here void swap. Void swap int x comma y. We are transferring the value of 100 to x. Swap x comma y. Now we are passing these values now. Swap 100 comma 200. Now what is the value of x here? 100. What is the here? We are passing 200 value to the y. So what is the value of y here? 200. So swap 100 comma 200. So this is x, this is y. This is x, this is y. Now here temporary variable. Temporary variable is local to the swap function, whereas a comma b are local to main function. Here temporary variable, x variable, y variable, these are local to swap function. This swap function is known as a called function. The parameters which are present in the called function are known as the formal parameters. Now in temp equals to x. Temp equals to x. What is the value of x here? 100. X equals to y. What is the value of y? 200. Y equals to temp. Temp value is 100. Now see here, x is 200, y is 100. Now here, x is 200, y is 100. Here in x, we are passing the value of a. In x, we are passing the value of a. Value of a is 100. We are storing the value of a in x now. Now x is pointing to a. X is pointing to a. Y is pointing to b. Then here we are transferring the value x here. Now what is the value of a is 200. What is the value of y here? B is 100. Right? After performing this operation, here value of x is 200, value of b is 100. Right? See here. Now, completed, execution of the called function is completed. Then, here we are calling the swap a comma b. Swap a comma b is executed. Then see out, after swap, value of a. What is the value of, after swapping, what is the value of a? Value of a is 200. After swap, value of b. What is the value of b here? 100. Return 0. Return 0 means, right. Output. See the output. Check the output. Before swap, value of a is 100. Before swap, value of b is 200. After swap, value of a is 100. After swap, value of b is 200. Right? This is the call by value, explanation of call by value. Now call by address. Here in call by value, we are calling the function by using its value. In next class I am going to explain what do you mean by call by address. Right? Thank you.